Hello, YouTube and Universe, and welcome to Scarstorm Productions. I'm your host, Moro, and today we'll be taking a look at the teaser trailer for the new series, Transformers Cyberworld. But before we begin, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification. You know, the normal YouTube spiel. And without further ado, let's begin. Now, for those in the back that don't know what Cyberworld is, I have a video that I made earlier that goes over it. It will be in the description down below, but the simple gist of it is, it's basically Battle World from Marvel. It brings in Autobots, Decepticons from different worlds and brings them together in a mashed up world to fight bigger enemies. And that's the premise of it, essentially. Now, the show will be released on June 12th this year, so we don't have to wait that long to get it. And a funny thing, it will actually be released on TFCon, during TFCon Toronto, not on it, sorry about that. And it will be a 36-episode series that will be running for 5 minutes each episode. And it's going to be released right here on YouTube. So, you don't have to wait for that. Now, as I said in my previous video for Cyberworld, this reminds me a ton of Battle World from Secret Wars, and I hope the story is amazing for it because, for one, we don't know what led them to be here, because here's a premise of the series. Let me read it for you guys right quick. Many Cybertronians are being trapped in the realm of Cyberworld, where their skills are tested by an unknown mastermind, which this is basically Battle World. Basically Secret Wars at this point, because, as you know, the heroes and villains of Marvel were taken by the Beyonder and put together to fight or form teams and to be the winner. And honestly, I would love to see how this goes, because Secret Wars is one of my favorite story arcs in the comics. So yeah, I want to see how this goes. But anyway, let's actually take a look at this teaser trailer. We start off with the world of Cyberworld. Well, the different sectors of it, because it's a mashup of different worlds. And now, currently, we can only see up to 4 of the sectors, which are the 4 sectors that were shown off and were a part of the promotional stuff. A desert area, a jungle area, a sea area, and a city. Now, I wonder where these areas come from. Are they parts of Cybertron? Are they parts of Earth? Are they parts of some alien planet we don't know about? Either way, I'm interested to see where those go and what plot points will come from each sector. Next, we see a light glow in the desert area and a couple of pods fall to the earth, which I believe these pods are the characters, and it pays homage to the 2007 film where they also came down in pods, or, their protoform states. And it also reminds me of the Bumblebee movie because, they escaped off of pods as well. Now, the first character we actually get to see as we go into the Cyberworld is Optimus Prime in the jungle area running away from something. And if I'm being honest, why is he running away when he could just turn to a truck and probably get away faster? I'm just saying now, maybe they have some memory loss in this. Maybe they don't remember anything, because I wouldn't understand how that worked. But anyway, while he's running, he is getting stalked by a beast. And based off of how the eyes are, I believe it's Grimlock. Now, is this where Grimlock will join Optimus Prime's team? Maybe. But I would love to see how that goes. The next part, we get to see Alita 1 in her, new vehicle mode. Because this time around, Alita is turning into a boat. Which I love to see because it pays homage to her first ever figure that was a retool/recolor of Thunder Blast from Cybertron. And yeah, I always love it when they homage their original figures or what came before they got their more iconic figures. And all in all, I think it's a good design for Alita 1. It also reminds me of Riptide from More Than Meets the Eye. And hey, if she gets retooled into Riptide, I wouldn't be mad. Now, in the scene, we see her riding along the waves, but then something underneath is following her. And if you know anything, it is our boy Skybite. Last time we saw him, it was in Cyberverse, and I'm always happy when I get to see my boy Skybite again. The greatest shark in town, the greatest shark around. Now, the one thing I have to ask is, are they going to team up in this scenario? Because so far, it seems it's just those two in the area. And if so, I would not be mad at all. In the next scene, we move to the city area as he is driving, trying to escape something. And as we see overhead of the city, a jet flies by. Now, of course, this jet is the second in command of the Decepticons, Starscream. And you want me to tell you how I know it's Starscream and not Mirage this time around? Because, as you know, Mirage turns into a jet this time. Well, the reason we know it's Starscream is because of the cockpit. The cockpit has an orange, lens over it, which signifies Starscream as he looks in Wave 2 of Cyberworld. Now, before we move on to the next scene, I just have to say I enjoy how this city area looks, and I hope we get to see a lot of it. Because, for one, you can see all the surveillance drones, and you can see light shining down looking for something, and then when we go to the top view of it, you can see how big the skyscraper goes. So it's just like, I want to see more of the interior, and I want to see more of everything around it. And for our final shot, we go to the desert area where the red light from the beginning is shown, and we see everyone grouped together as they get ready to face the boss of this portion, Scorponok. Now, for the group of characters that we have, of course we have Optimus, Grimlock, Bumblebee, and Alita, but we also have two other ones who weren't shown so far in the trailer. The first one being Mega Bull, who was the earliest leak of what we got to see from Cyberverse, and even though it's the back view of him, it still looks pretty good. And for the second character, even though we don't get a good view of him, thanks to how his left shoulder looks and how the back goes, we could probably assume that it is Snarl. Because, for one, look at how both of the shoulders line up and the build of the actual mysterious character. Yeah, that has to be Snarl. But if it's not, I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below on who you guys feel it is. Because to me, it feels like Snarl. But anyway, and then the trailer ends off with Optimus saying "till all are one." Then we get to see the logo, Transformers Cyberworld, and the release date of July 12th. Now, from the trailer, I'm really excited to see what they do for the series. And I also wonder what unique spins they are going to do, because one thing we do know is the Optimus Prime is a newer version of him. And I don't mean like, oh, it's a new continuity. I mean, it's a younger version of Optimus Prime, the inexperienced leader. So, I wonder how that will play on his leadership skills, because we go into the stats, it says he has a high leadership. I also wonder how each character is going to play off of one another, because as I said, these seems to be new iterations of the character, so they probably don't even know each other. Even maybe some of them come from the same universe, but they probably don't even know each other for the most part. So getting to know how those bonds will be formed is going to be amazing. Also, about the runtime of the series being 5 minutes each episode, I think it might actually work, because recently, LEGO just dropped their 3-episode series of LEGO Ninjago Legends Monstrosity. They're each 5 minutes each, and when you put them all together, they make a good and cohesive story, and hopefully Transformers does the same. The only thing I didn't like about Monstrosity, though, was that it only went by too quick, but that's because it was only 3 episodes long. So, with this being 36 episodes, it may give us enough time to flesh out the characters. But all in all, yeah, I'm really excited to see how this goes. But other than that, that's really it when it comes to this teaser trailer. I'm really looking forward to see Cyberworld and to see how it adapts these characters and make them unique from any other version. And I wonder, let me know in the comments below, how do you guys feel about this teaser trailer? Are you guys excited for Cyberworld? Are you still on the fence, or are you completely against it? Let me know in the comments down below. And if that's everything, that's a wrap. Fade to black.